I'm Alanis King, and this is a 2021 Audi RS7. And today, I want to show you 5 things I love about it, and 1 thing I don't like so much. Now, the first thing I love about this car is how much room it has, not only for rear passengers, but also for cargo. This hatchback is so good for space, and it can fit 1 full Alanis back here, can it, dear?
It can.
Pop that button, and let's show them.
Trust but verify. We're verifying.
We did a whole intro like this on the video we're doing about this car for Cars and Bids, and if you're interested in learning more about the history and stuff of this vehicle, you can go check out that video. But yeah, we did a fun transition like this. It's great when you can fit in the trunk. I love it. It makes for a fun video. Another thing I think is such a funny feature that I love and I would use all the time in this car is we're in the navigation, right? I click search and a keyboard comes up on my bottom touchscreen, but in the corner of this keyboard, it has a little finger and a line. I click that finger, it becomes a black screen. I can write whatever I want on this screen with my finger, so I'm not poking around for keys on the keyboard. So let's go to the mall. We'll spell out Galleria right here. And then the car
G-A-L
is gonna figure out what I said.
I-A.
I think that is so cool. It also brings up alternative spellings in case you spelled it wrong or your handwriting got picked up wrong. I think this is so fun. It's basically finger painting in the car with no consequences other than needing to wipe off the touchscreen. Something that makes this car feel even more fancy than it is, because it is fancy, this thing was well into the 6 figures when new, is that let's say you open the door and you don't get it all the way shut. It has a soft close feature where it will close for you. And I know that when I was looking at houses, soft close cabinets were like the coolest thing. It's a soft close car. You are so fancy if you're driving this thing. Something else I really love about this car is that if I am a backseat passenger, I don't feel forgotten about. The Audi RS7, the big focus on this car is its sloping roofline. Look at how pretty it is. And typically when you have a sloping roofline car, the rear passengers are the ones who have to sacrifice for that roofline. They're cramped, they don't have much headroom or legroom, and they're just back here like this. This car really prioritizes the comfort back here. So I have a ton of legroom right here. Look at me, legs for days, right? I also have the headliner dips upwards, so I get extra headroom right here. You have dual climate control, so I can have my climate on 80 if I want. The person next to me can have it on 65. We also have charging ports for our phones. You can do really anything you want back here. You're in full comfort. You have air vents everywhere. This car makes you feel like you can have rear seat passengers, which is a really cool thing for a car with that sloping roof. Another thing I love about this car is the power. It has a 4.0 liter twin turbo V8 and a 48 volt hybrid system, and it makes 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. This thing is a brute. It is a monster, and I love it.
And you know, my favorite thing about this car is it's got freaking laser beams for headlights.
Does it have sharks with laser beams on their heads?
It might. Look, what other headlights have warning symbols on them about lasers?
Well, hun, maybe a bunch. You just don't drive high-end cars very much.
Yeah, we don't own any new cars, but This thing's pretty
freaking
sweet.
laser beams.
It's got freaking laser beams on it.
Woo! Now we talked about what we do love, and I love this car. But what do I not love? It's a common plague. It's the fake vents. So you'll notice down here, my finger sticks through the vents. Up here, I just hit a wall of material. And yeah, fake vents look nice from a distance. It looks like a giant grill and it's mean. But you get up here and you can't stick your fingers through it and you're like, that's not so great. You also have these around the back of the car. So when I come back here, I've got these giant exhaust. I can basically put my foot in here, right? But then we come up here and we have more fake vent. Why does it make noise when I tap my fingers against it? I don't know. I think you could do without it. I think you could put another black accent in the place of these things, but a lot of automakers just don't. They go for the fake vents instead.
So 5 good things.
One not so good thing.
Plus the laser beams.
Plus the laser beam. So that's really 6. It's like 5 good things and a crazy thing. And then we have one that's, I could do without it, but also it looks cool from a distance. It's very common. All automakers really do it. It's just something that I think will phase out eventually.
But overall, it's a pretty excellent car. It's got the great combination of utility,
Yeah.
speed,
Yeah.
luxury. I mean, how could you go wrong with this car?
No, you really can't. And like I talked about in the Cars and Bids video, which you should watch. I talked about in the Cars and Bids video how this feels like a suit and tie performance car. It is something that is so fast, but it's so fast on the way to your business meeting, right? You look so fancy and cool and just like you've really succeeded in life. And I think the RS7 is great for that.
Yeah, it's almost like if you're thinking about an Urus.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a lot of the same features. You're not sitting up as high, obviously. It's not an SUV, but it does have that space. It's got the speed. It's got the luxury.
Yeah,
the price point is a lot lower.
And you get in this car, and there are some Audi models with like red interiors and things like that. But this black interior specifically with the honeycomb red patterns on the RS7 that we have right here feels oddly Lamborghini. You get in, it's all black. It's got the sharp honeycombs. Like, it feels really nice, and it's a much lower price.
Yep.
I love it. It's a cool car. Just look at this guy. It's so fun to be able to drive it. And it's August, it's Texas. The high today is like 104 degrees, and in Texas by like 10 a.m., it's 98 already. Like, you're done at 10 a.m. So I thought, I'll wear some shorts, right? That's a great idea. Mm-hmm. No, I'm sweating on the shorts. I look like I've been swimming.
You just sweat through everything out here,
You do! It's horrible!
You walk outside and the air is thick with humidity.
Wow, it's so thick.
It's like a sauna.
But in theory, this outfit was really nice because I have the light wash shorts and I have the light Chicago skyline because I just got my Shane Van Gisbergen NASCAR Chicago win shirt. And then I got sweat on the shorts, so
Yeah. And this car is kind of like what people in Australia, like Shane Van Gisbergen, would call a ute. It's got this big space in the back.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a little truck.
If you were creative and cool and you had a lot of money, you would just carve this thing out and make it a ute. Because how cool would you be if you had an Audi RS7 Ute?
Yeah, you could just take the hinges off here, throw this part away.
And it's gone.
And this is now a bona fide truck.
Look at this. I mean, how cool would that be if you had an Audi RS7 truck?
My question is, would it increase the resale value or decrease? I think it would increase it.
I think so.
Because
you're the only person weird enough to spend this much money on a car and then just slice it up.
It becomes a one of one.
It becomes a one of one, and also you have to find someone really good to do this Ute conversion. So do it well. Don't just copy and paste it together. And we've got you $1 million idea right there. Do not hold me to that. I don't know how much money you would get for a Ute.
So one thing that I kind of like about this car, and I didn't notice it at first, is the wheels have like this pattern on it. You look here and it's got ridges, and over here there are no ridges. Also, you'll notice no carbon ceramic brakes on this model, but they are still gigantic. I mean, the rotors are huge. The caliper is gigantic on this thing. Plenty of stopping power. Obviously the car is 5,000 plus pounds, so you need all the brakes you can get. But
Yeah.
I just like the little design on there. It's nice. Nice little ad.
If you can't use brakes as serving platters for a cheese tray, what are you doing? What are you doing?
And do you really need carbon ceramics on a car that is absolutely not for the track? They do not claim this thing is for the track.
Yeah, I think you're good.
I mean, I think it's
these
gonna
suckers
work
are
out.
big. Like, if you chucked one of those suckers at somebody, they'd be done for.
Yep.
It'd be
and
over.
also, carbon ceramics are extremely expensive. So if you're not going to the track, save yourself some money and just get the
these.
skip brakes.
You're good. I totally agree, hun. What a fun car. What a cool car. It just makes you feel really great and fancy behind the wheel. And you know, we're trying to do more stuff with fun and cool cars on this channel. If you want to see more, let me know. You can like, comment, subscribe, share this around. We're trying to grow the channel, have some fun on here. Let me know what you want to see. And otherwise, we'll see you next time.